besties, it's Rosie. Besties. My best friend and I went on a very impromptu little adventure yesterday to this bridge where there was like a waterfall under the bridge, and there were all these fish gathered at the bottom of the waterfall trying desperately to swim up it. And for me, that is a huge ascension sink. So this message that I'm channeling today very heavily mirrors that sentiment. I am channeling for a collective who has recently undergone and accomplished an insane spiritual advancement. Okay? Welcome to the blue if you're resonating with this message. Bestie, now that you've gotten here, this is a checkpoint. Okay? This is a mandatory checkpoint. This is like if you've ever been on a cruise and you get off at the port. This is, you have to check in with the authorities. You have to make sure all of your paperwork is in order. And more importantly, bestie, this checkpoint is designed to replenish you. This is a stopping point. This is a period of rest for you to regain the strength it took to get here. Because I promise you, energetically, you have never done anything even remotely comparable to what it took to get here. So Spirit is giving you this little time out to replenish so that you can move forward from a place of strength. So if you've gotten here recently, if this is resonating with you, if you've recently made this big shift, you might be feeling a little antsy. You might be feeling a little bit impatient. You're like, damn, I worked so hard to get here. Like, I'm ready to get things going. Like, let's go, let's do it. And you will, bestie. You're gonna have a lot of time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But right now, you are being called to replenish. You are being called to rest. You are being called to give your body, your mind, your soul, whatever it is that it is calling out for. If you're having a weird craving right now, I encourage you to indulge it. If you feel like you need to sleep or rest a lot more than you normally do, I encourage you to answer that call. Bestie, whatever it is you feel like you need right now, it's very important that you give it to yourself. I think you might be really underestimating what it took to get here and how much it took out of you to get here. So please be patient with yourself, be patient with this process, and give yourself what it needs right now so you can replenish and set forward in this new place with a strong footing. There's also this element of your guides really wanting you to take a moment to really be proud of yourself. They're proud of you, but this pride, this recognition also needs to come. Okay, my card that said be proud just blew away. I'm getting the message that external validation can be fleeting. So it's important that when you accomplish things to be able to check in with yourself and give yourself that validation, because on this journey, I think we've mastered the concept of not really being able to rely outwardly for anything. There's a little bee buzzing around my phone as I say that, but it's a sweat bee. So that for me is a sync of someone masquerading as a friend when they're actually a lesson. All right, Spirit, what do you want my collective to know? Bestie, I think this is mostly a congratulatory message, okay? You have ended a giant cycle. Not only a giant cycle, I'm getting that you've ended the book. Like, you've been handed a blank notebook to write a new story. Like, the old story was a completely, this is like the Harry Potter series, you know how they're like multiple books? You're on a whole new book now. This is like, yeah, a continuation of what came before, but this is a completely blank slate to write whatever you want on it. And in order to get here, you had to walk away from a lot. So bestie, whatever that looks like for you, I think that this pause is also a period for you to kind of grieve whatever it was you had to leave behind. You know, your human self, regardless of how you feel about it, your human self desires familiarity. So this new place that you find yourself in might be incredibly unfamiliar to you, and you might be struggling a little bit, even if you don't understand why, because everything here just feels so new. There might be some part of you that kind of like longs for an energy that was a little more resonant to you, a little more easy to control and navigate. So that is another reason you're being called to rest right now. Bestie, again, this energy of just what it took to get here. Like, you are really a powerhouse if you've gotten to this place. If this message has come across your feed, you've done something that likely no one else in your entire bloodline and your entire ancestry has ever done. Most people on earth have never gotten here, and most of them never will. You are remarkable in so many ways. And in order to continue being that remarkable powerhouse, you need to rest when you're being called to rest. And I'm speaking to a collective that that might not come naturally to you to rest. I'm picking up on this energy of wanting to like keep momentum going. Like you probably had to build a lot of momentum to get here, and now that you're here, you don't want to let it die out. You don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to get complacent. Like I want to keep going. But bestie, I'm seeing that is that's part of an old mindset that you're shedding right now, and that mindset was a symptom of survival mode. You were likely in survival mode for much of your life, and so this idea that your success is tied to you overworking yourself, pushing yourself when your system, your body, your soul is calling you to rest, that is a remnant of survival mode that is being purged out right now. So bestie, just be mindful of that when this crops up for you. I am speaking to a collective who has reached enlightenment. Maybe you don't even realize you've done that, but enlightenment is mainly the awareness of something greater than ourselves. The awareness that we are a soul having a human experience. And in order to make room for that awareness, you have to shed a lot of your humanness, because that doesn't come innate to humans, that understanding. And in order to shed anything and make room for it, that requires us purging something. Wow, this little bee is very persistent. And bestie, I'm getting the message that might be what you were up against too. Maybe you had to really fight to get here. So that instinct to defend your position, to put your all into something, to push yourself, even when you didn't want to, when you didn't have it to give, the remnants of that are still alive and strong, and those need to be shed in order for you to be able to truly enjoy this place. Because where we are right now, survival mode doesn't live here, okay? We came here to be the creators of our reality. This is creator mode. This is God mode. And in order to be here, you have to be able to tap into the energy of fun and enjoyment and relaxation in order to create anything that doesn't bear the scars and the remnants of those old cycles. You don't want to get to creator mode and be creating struggle, you know? Spirit, do you have any closing remarks for this collective? Oh my goodness, that's way too many cards. Bestie, I'm seeing like a really quick run through of like what it took for you to get here. And I'm seeing that like those memories or that experience is kind of being condensed. It's almost like it's being archived. Like all that you had to go through to get here is kind of being like squashed down and put in a filing cabinet somewhere, because you don't need it. From this point going forward, like those were lessons to get you here. And now that you're here, you don't need to think about those things anymore. Like those aren't going to repeat here unless you are consciously recreating them by not letting them leave your system. So from here, you're not going to experience people that are here to take advantage of you. You're not going to experience the past repeating itself unless you yourself, because you know you're in creator mode, are experiencing those because you haven't let that go. You might be still really attached to those things because you are afraid of them repeating. So bestie, this rest period is as much for you to replenish yourself as it is for you to release these last remnants of things that are no longer serving you. I just realized that there is an 8 carved into this table. It also looks like an infinity symbol. That for me is like a karma sink. Like your karma is completed. I'm actually going to drop a pin right here on the timeline. Your karmic checkpoint is complete. Congratulations. It probably feels really weird to feel like your karma has been collapsed, that you don't have to serve it anymore. If you are here, or if you're not quite here, this might be like a little flag waving in the distance, letting you know what's up ahead, giving you like courage and incentive to keep going, because you're going to reach this checkpoint where your karma is collapsed. And your lifetime, your experience here is no longer centered around serving that. You get to do whatever you want. And it's important for you not to bring the baggage of whatever it took for you to get here into this new place, because you came here to enjoy yourself, okay? Welcome to the island. This is your own little Animal Crossing town, and you can build it whatever way you want. I love you. Congratulations.